Bin bags, burgers, and another premium live event in the Middle East. That means it's time for WWE to head to Saudi Arabia. Welcome back, guys, to Folk Wrestling. It's time for your WWE King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view preview. Time to do some previews and predictions here for the big Saudi event. And even the name just doesn't sit right with me. King and Queen of the Ring. Why can't we just keep calling it the King of the Ring? Even if they want to introduce a Queen of the Ring tournament, that is fine. But do we really need to be so woke now? Do we really need to be so inclusive that we have to have both names in there? King and Queen of the Ring. It's just a shit sounding name for a pay-per-view or a premium live event. Call it what you will.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first nail in the coffin. It may as well have been the last nail because it's an awful name, man. King of the Ring is the pay-per-view name that we all know and behold. Oh, remember King of the Ring 98? No, I remember King and Queen of the Ring 2024. It doesn't ring.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, the Royal Rumble, I get it. They've had it in a women's Royal Rumble, and I guess the term Royal Rumble didn't need to be changed, but it's just lame. They could have added the Queen of the Ring, but still had the premium live event be called King of the Ring. At the end of the day, we know that men are the draws. We can pretend that they're not, but men have always ruled in wrestling. Roman Reigns was the guy that went 4 years with the title, not Becky fucking Lynch, that's for sure.
Even have something as simple as call it King of the Ring, but when the women are talking about it, say, at Queen of the Ring.
I don't like that. Just, I mean, whatever.
I think it's better than this, because this is a mess. This is wokeness.
I will. It's WWE, so what do you expect? Anyway, there won't be that much wokeness in Saudi Arabia, that is for sure. Right, we're going to go through the card here. We've got the nice crowns as well. There you go. Not sure which one it's the King and Queen. I believe the Queen's the one on the left. But either way, both crowns just don't look that good. We'll see what happens here.
It's so funny though. See Triple H and WWE, they actually think they're doing like a fantastic job in the Middle East by showcasing women's wrestling and actually putting Queen as the name as the pay-per-view, don't they? They think they're the dog's bollocks for doing that.
Yeah, the women are still covered head to toe in bin bags.
Look at us, look what we're doing in Saudi Arabia. Dead on. I hate that, man. It's obnoxious from them.
Yeah, I think they're making a difference, yet the women are still forced to, cover head to toe and wear burqas, but nah, we're making a difference. We're fighting, we're wrestling for equality.
What about that difference they made when they were held hostage on the runway?
Saudi Arabia sports just bothers me in general. You see it with WWE, you see it with boxing. I hate the atmosphere in the Saudi events, especially with the boxing. You look at big pay-per-views in England, there's always like an atmosphere when it's at like the O2 Arena or Wembley or Tottenham Hotspur. Or even in America, you got like Madison Square Garden, or you got like the big arenas. And then like when boxing's in Saudi, it's like you can hear a pin drop. It's almost like the people in attendance, the fans are afraid to do anything in case they get beheaded, and it's just shit.
That's probably what it is.
No, man, it is shit, though. I mean, you look at them, like, when there's the big boxing events, I mean, they're all consuming alcohol, they're all pissed. Yet you go to Saudi Arabia, and Jesus Christ, it's like the desert. You can't drink any alcohol here, no water either.
Unless it's camel piss.
Camel piss is the only fucking drink of choice, but anyway.
Turns out it's actually on the TV screen, the camel piss.
Let's just get on. There's a load of piss on this pay-per-view or premium live event. Let's get into it. It's another premium live event that appears to only have 5 matches. Backlash had 5 matches. This appears to have 5 matches. A pay-per-view should have more than 5 matches. I think a pay-per-view should have roughly like 7 to 8, I would say. But
are you forgetting about the pre-show match? I think you are.
Listen, I don't count pre-show
matches.
No,
that's the fucking problem. I'm not talking about you and your pishy pre-show matches. See, back in the day, entrances used to be quick, right? Everything was bang after the other. Oh, you get your wee promo in. See,
yeah, but
it's drawn out. Oh, right. One entrance, we get 5 minutes of ads. Next entrance, we have a 20-minute match. Match ends, 10 minutes of ads. I am backstage with my guest.
Please welcome. No, but the problem is, I mean, all these fans, are the new fans, the fans that enjoy this Triple H era, this current WWE, they probably love the fact that the pay-per-views have less matches because they think, it's they last longer. We get 20-minute bangers, 25, 30-minute bangers. Fuck that. It's a paper. Like, the majority of these matches only need to go 7-8 minutes.
Absolutely.
And a couple of them can maybe go 15.
But see when it wasn't on the network, right, and it was actually pay-per-view, there was no ad breaks. It was one continuous show. See, these days it's ad after ad.
You know what?
after
I
ad.
would go back to. I think I would actually rather pay for pay-per-views. I think if we went back to pay-per-views, you'd maybe get better quality. I wouldn't guarantee it, but I actually think the network was a big part of the decline in WWE.
I'll agree.
It's because it just makes sense. You go from having people pay big bucks, right, or bigger bucks for a pay-per-view, literally in the name, pay-per-view, and then all of a sudden you're giving people these shows that is included in this subscription price. So essentially, WWE's you can argue they're getting $9.99, but you're basically paying $9.99. You're paying $9.99 for the content.
Yeah.
The old stuff, essentially. All the exclusives, the like autobiographies and whatever, the documentaries that they release.
There's a reason when the actual product was good, there was no network.
Yeah,
So they could make a profit on the buys.
It's almost like
and
now.
DVDs for old stuff.
Yeah, I mean now it's pretty much like everything they produce is just all they're getting out of it is this $9.99, and it's garbage, man.
And there was periods where they were like, here, get the network now and you can watch WrestleMania for free. And maybe Backlash.
Do you know what I mean? WrestleMania, the biggest pay-per-view, and it's free. Like, you could just never dreamt that back in the day. And I will actually say, right, see as bad as people said wrestling was, I'm just thinking right now, seeing you think back to the few years before they switched over to the network, I think pay-per-views still felt pretty decent. Despite the bad periods of wrestling. I think pay-per-views still felt like they were a big deal.
Yeah, no.
Pay-per-views feel missable.
It's the fact that SmackDown's in the same arena. Same with Leo, and I think things like, and they don't even change up the ramp. It's cheap. That's what it is. It's cheap.
Give me John Laurinaitis versus John Cena over anything in this card.
Right, here we go though. Let's talk about this card.
Right, also no championship defended by Damian Priest. Why? See, there's no consistency now. They just half the time the champions just aren't on the show. And there's no reason for it. Why? Why is Priest not on this? It makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, he's been hyping up something with McIntyre and they just don't give us it. It's poor, man. This guy's probably going to lose at the next pay-per-view after, 2 defences or something? Something like that. How many defences has he had? 1?
Yep. Bayley, why is Bayley not on this?
Yep, why not? Why?
Oh, but you know what? Since she's not on the pay-per-view, but we'll give her a match against Chelsea Green on SmackDown.
Fantastic. That's what we're here for. A jobber match like that.
Oh, tag team titles are important now. We're gonna push the tag team titles. We're gonna split them. You're gonna get Raw champs. You're gonna get SmackDown champs. How many of them are on this pay-per-view? None.
We can think what we want about Priest and Bayley, right, etc. But these fuds seem to think that Triple H can do no wrong.
Name me a
He couldn't have booked them worse.
Name me a pay-per-view back in the day where champions just purposely didn't. There was like no explanation. Champions just didn't appear or didn't defend the belt. Damian Priest is the world champion on Raw, and he's not even on this show. He's not injured. He's not hurt. He's not in another big match. He's just not on the card. Why? Where's the reasoning behind that? Where's the logic?
It's simply no good enough. That's
it's fucking bullshit.
You know what? I'll actually go out on a limb and I'll say that Cody Rhodes won't defend his championship at Clash of the Castle because that's what they do. They seem to have one on, one off.
You know what? I know they've only got one title, but at least every AEW pay-per-view, you know that the world title's being defended.
Yeah, but I think at Clash of the Castle, because it's McIntyre, he'll defeat Priest, and that'll be the main event, which I think it should be. But it shouldn't just be the main event because Cody's not having a match. It should be the main event even if he does have a title match.
Well, who cares? Let's just get into this. Intercontinental Championship, Triple Threat, Zayn, Gable, Bronson Reed. My money's on Sami Zayn because I just don't think WWE do short title reigns anymore. And Zayn's not held it long enough. He's been the champ since Mania. It's been a lackluster title reign. I mean, we were supposed to freak out that he beat Gunther. And it just doesn't feel like he ended a 2-year reign. It almost feels like the Intercontinental Champ. I mean, look at this match. No offense. This is mid-card at best territory.
Yeah, and I think the problem is, though, it's like Gunther loses and it's like he just goes straight into like the King of the Ring and now he's going to have a world title match. And it's like... But then it's, I don't know, it's just weird how this is so mid-card, but he lost to them. And now Gunther supposedly went up a level. It's like they can't protect people in losing these days. I think.
I'm going with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I'm going with Sami Zayn. It's never going to be Bronson Reed. It could be Chad Gable, but it's Sami all the way.
I hope it's Chad Gable, but I think it's going to be Sami Zayn. So yeah, we're 1-1 here. Sami Zayn. King of the Ring tournament. We know it's going to be Randy Orton versus Gunther. Spoiler alert for anyone in America. SmackDown already happened. Randy Orton already defeated Tammy Tonga. Yeah, so much for this badass, this dangerous guy that wasn't allowed in the bloodline for years because he was so dangerous. He was so dangerous that he's lost to Randy Orton twice in space of a month. So it's going to be Randy Orton versus Gunther in the final of the King of the Ring. Who's going to win and why?
I think this will be main event, and I think Gunther's going to win. Orton's never won King of the Ring, but I think Gunther just needs to win, to be honest. No, would you not agree with that?
Needs to win?
Yeah, I think he needs to win. I think if he loses to Randy Orton, man, he comes across very weak.
Well, if he can't lose to Orton, who can he lose to? Is Orton not one of the big name players here?
I mean, again, he is, and Randy Orton, I think, had to get to the final because Tammy Tonga against Gunther just doesn't work, but I think Gunther's got to win. Orton doesn't need this. Orton, I mean, it gives Gunther a big win in the final rather than Tammy Tonga or some other jobber.
Who gives a fuck, man? Gunther versus Priest? I'd rather die than watch that.
Yeah, but it won't be Gunther against Priest.
Who will it be Gunther
It'll
first?
be Gunther against Drew. Because Drew is going to take his sword
Nah,
and shove it clean up Damian Priest's ass.
I think they're doing Punk versus Drew at SummerSlam.
No, I'm going... I don't... Where is Punk, by the way? SummerSlam's like 2 and a bit months away and the guy just seems done.
Anyway, I'm going with Randy Orton.
I've went with Randy Orton. I went with Gunther.
Right, you're going Gunther, I'm going Randy Orton. Moving in to the women's Queen of the Ring, we know it's going to be Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax. Winner of this takes on the champ at SummerSlam. I'm going to go with Lyra Valkyria. Queen Valkyria. Sounds good. It's not good, but it sounds good.
Yeah, she's winning. I just don't see Nia Jax picking up the victory here, and I can definitely see her taking on Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. It was like a pass the torch sort of thing.
Although Nia Jax definitely did have some impressive victories on her way to the final, so I don't know if that counts for anything.
No, she's not winning. Lyra Valkyrie all the way.
Alright, I'm going with Lyra Valkyrie as well. We're moving into the Women's Championship match. We have Binbag City. You can see Becky Lynch here and Liv Morgan completely covered. Liv Morgan used to work in Hooters. Would that Hooters attire work in Saudi Arabia, in Jeddah?
No, I don't think it would, unless you wanted to behead it, or something worse probably. So, again, the Binbag stuff, we're so empowering though, aren't we? But it's a nothing feud, man. Mid Morgan taking on Becky Lynch. It's boring. I mean, look, they're walking backstage right beside each other, and the promos are just the same fucking shit week in, week out. Literally, only this match is only happening because Rhea Ripley got injured. Garbage. Couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less. I'm going with Mid Morgan.
Ooh. I'll go with Mid Morgan. Fuck it, I'll agree.
No, you were about to say Becky Lynch.
I was, but you know what? You made me believe, even though you didn't.
I didn't say shit. How can I make you believe? I didn't even give a reason.
But it makes... No, actually, I'm going to go with Becky Lynch because it'll be Lyra Valkyria against Becky Lynch. There you go.
Passing the torch.
Mm-hmm.
We've already seen this on NXT. Do we really need to see it again?
Oh, aye. Main roster. No one watches NXT.
True.
Including us anymore. I'm done.
Then it looks like we've got the main event match here.
Should this main event? I don't think it should. I think the King of the Ring should main event. This is so obvious what's going to happen. Give us the unpredictable match.
See, I think the King of the Ring should main event for the simple reason I think the Royal Rumble should main event at Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that King of the Ring main event should main event this. It is the pay-per-view namesake after all. But this is the world champion. This is Rhodes versus champion at the end of the day. It's the US champion versus WWE champion. AJ Styles is wondering why he can't get handed a shot. And maybe he's got a point, because what did Logan Paul do to get handed this?
Yeah, what did he do to get handed this? Because, I mean, he literally did get handed this at the end of the day. But he's never winning.
No,
at least if they had the intrigue, though, of both belts, there'd be something there. But there's nothing there.
Well, even if they had both belts, you'd know he's not. I'm going Cody Rhodes.
I'm going Cody Rhodes. It has to be Cody Rhodes. It can only be Cody Rhodes. The only road is to Cody.
All roads lead through Cody. Anyway, guys, there you go. That's the prediction. That's the preview. Not expecting a good pay-per-view. Not expecting a good premium live event. Not expecting a good show. It's just so annoying that we only get 5 matches. Everything is dragged out to fuck. So the fact that they've got 5 matches, you're talking in a 3-hour show. Yeah, I mean, they're giving you, 40 minutes? 40 minutes for basically each match.
But see, that's the thing, like I said, they just drag out everything. They drag out every entrance. They drag out... You know what? See, if you're dragging out entrances for Bronson fucking Reed, man, it's losing the importance.
And I know not every match is going to last 40 minutes. I'm not saying that, but what I mean by every match is essentially getting 40 minutes. So basically from the beginning of the show to 40 minutes past, you're averaging just one match, and then from 22 to 20 past, you're averaging another match. So on average, from one match beginning and the next match starting, you're going to be averaging like a 40-minute fucking time frame, and it's just way too much.
Over the years since the 3-hour bump up to Raw, I think they've just mastered dragging shit.
They have, but
like,
you know what?
See, when wrestling was good though, like, I know it's always remember when is the lowest form of conversation, but you know what? Remember when's when it was good.
Yeah, but I remember
everything was fucking fast.
I remember big 4 pay-per-views, alright, not the Royal Rumble, but I remember big 4 pay-per-views like Survivor Series, SummerSlam. They would be like maybe 2 hours 45 minutes, and you get 8 or 9 matches.
Yep,
and it was great. Now you're getting like half of that.
Yeah, with loads of backstage segments as well. Please welcome my guest at this time. Anyway, this show sucks.
The only thing I will give them, at least they've limited WrestleMania, I think, in recent years. It felt like there was a couple of years going past there where WrestleMania was lasting like 5 hours every night. They were having 2 nights of WrestleManias, 5 hours each. At least they've kind of limited that, but yeah, for me, it's a dead pay-per-view. I don't care for it. We'll see what happens. I've given my predictions, you gave your predictions. Let us know your predictions.
I'm not looking forward to it. Not in the slightest. I could not care about Randy Orton Gunther. At least it's unpredictable, I'll say that, but everything else sucks.
I'll be honest, outside WrestleMania Night 2, I couldn't tell you last time I actually was looking forward to a wrestling show.
Yeah. And what about SummerSlam going 2 nights? That's a disaster.
Yeah, just more dragged out shite. It doesn't need to be 2 nights. If you do it correct, you only need 1 night. Ideally, I would rather WrestleMania go back to 1 night as well. But that's not going to happen. Anyway, guys, that's it. Give us your thoughts down below. Just a really boring show here. I mean, it's so fucking boring. Cody Rhodes doesn't even feel like he's defending the belt. It's just so bad. I can't believe there's people buzzing. I mean, look at Rock Austin's Mania 17. I was buzzing for that. I can't believe anyone's buzzing for this.
Nah, I'm buzzing like a bee with
CM Punk versus John Cena. I was buzzing for that match. Money in the Bank. I can't believe anybody's buzzing for this.
No, nobody's buzzing. Like a bee with no wings. No buzz.
Taker Michaels at WrestleMania 26. I was buzzing for that match. I just cannot believe that anybody cares about this.
Nope.
There's no excitement. There's fuck all, man. I was looking more forward to Enzo Amore versus Big Kaz at Great Balls of Fire than I am fucking anything on this show.
Easy peasy.
That pay-per-view also had Joe versus Lesnar.
The Bar against the Hardys. A lot of other stuff going on there.
Anyway, guys, that's it.
Ambulance match as well. Strowman Reigns. Good show.
We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.